works. That works. And we get a woo! And we get a yeah. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, welcome back to Table Talk, the show where we answer your topics and questions you send us on social media like Twitter using the hashtag Table Talk, on reddit.com/r/SourceFed, and newest option for you guys in the comment section of this video and all the other Table Talk videos here on SourceFed. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today with my lovely guest, Maude Garrett.
Hi.
Say hello, everyone in the audience.
Hi, everyone.
Zach, can you say thank you? Thank
Hi.
you. Hi, Maude Garrett.
Everyone is literally on their computers.
I don't appreciate
Why
this.
are you here?
Why are you working?
Let's go, so good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't ask for a lot.
These guys working at work? What is this shit?
What is this?
know.
We're doing
Actual jobs,
We
doing
need your
really
validation.
important things.
We're also here with Miss Bree Essrig. Bree, thank you so much for joining us today on Table
Thank you
Talk.
for having
This is a loving environment. Can I get a hand, please, on either side?
Yes.
Thank you. Is you're a little sweaty? Don't worry, mine is too. It'll be a little, and it's.
But mine are cold as
Oh,
well.
and it's cold as hell. That's like putting it in a freezer.
Cold as
Wow.
hell? See what you
Yeah.
said just then?
Cold as hell?
Yeah, see how that's probably...
Is that problematic?
Don't worry, it's healthy. Everybody's
I
got their
love
things.
a little touch.
Guys, you know the deal. You guys send us your questions, and I think.
Oh God!
Yeah, right?
No, I don't
Right?
want that.
It's a problem. All right, really quick, I'm gonna do a quick test. Can you put your hands in my hand really quick one more time? And yeah, okay, Maude, you're gonna go first. You gotta move. You gotta do your hands a little bit. Gotta give them a little action so they heat up.
I wish I brought my glasses.
We should call some.
I know.
Ready for this one? Ooh,
Need
it's
help.
from Bear
Your
Daff.
circulation's terrible.
Bad. Bad. Someone actually diagnosed me in the comments of a previous Table Talk, so thanks.
So thank you. I mean,
Hopefully they were a doctor and just not a commenter.
Saves me from having to go out of the house again. If you could have a law passed for something stupid, what would it be and what would be the penalty? Mine would be paying for something using only pennies. Punishment is death by fire.
That's much.
Let me see this question.
Yeah. If you were to create a law,
so tiny.
what would it be, and what would the punishment be?
If
for
you
said
don't
law?
thank someone for like in traffic, if something happens,
Oh.
you don't get to drive for the next day.
Ouch. That's too bad for
Forcing
you.
Being nice.
Mhm.
Everyone be driving like. So okay, actually, more I think about this.
You install
like
a
that.
hand. That's what you do. You install a hand. You're just like, okay, just have it wave every time I
Press the
change lanes. That's
Yeah,
all
if
you
you
gotta
don't, but if you don't have the turn signal, can we just crash into you? Is that like,
Yeah,
can that be
it's
the
a
penalty? Can I
dodgem
just
car.
crash into you and it's a cool?
do you
Because
guys-
I really want to crash into people sometimes.
What's a dodgem car for you guys?
A dodgem?
Dodgem car.
What does that mean? What is that
I
code
don't
for?
know. I
Bumper
don't.
car.
Bumper car.
There it is.
Bumper
Bumper
car.
car. Give me a
All
second.
right.
Dodgem car.
Dodgem cars.
Gotta dodge them,
Shut
otherwise
up.
you get bumped.
Or you bump.
That's why Australians are better drivers, because we're dodging and you're just bumping.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a mentality.
We
It's how we
love
were
to
raised,
bump.
though.
Bump and grind.
Here we
girl.
go.
I love to bump and grind.
I got my law.
Oh, do I?
There you go. Oh, go ahead. Yep.
Oh,
go
no,
ahead.
no, we'll
I'm ready.
through it.
But when you do, go ahead and aim for your camera right over there. But here's the law. Ready?
Yeah, lay down
Can't
the law.
text and drive. I know we all do it. Don't lie to me.
That's a law.
You
right?
do it. It is a law. But here's I got the punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Ready? If you text and drive, all the information on your phone goes live on the internet.
Ooh, Sam
That would make
That's
you not. You're gonna
good.
feel real dumb.
Can I Spotify and drive?
Huh? You can just set a playlist and hit play. Well, how far are you going? Why do you have to
Sometimes I'm listening to Kate Bush and I want to be listening to Tori Amos.
Okay, this is what you do. You get a phone
God.
with
What
Ford
What kind of day are
Sync.
you having? That one.
It's a Kate Beckinsale. Who'd you
I
say?
think you know what kind of day I'm having when that
When you gotta
bitch
switch
is
that
blaring.
up.
Bitch is blaring. You know what day it is.
I think that's a pretty good law / punishment.
Yeah, I like
If I'm
that.
being honest.
Great.
Yeah.
law.
Thank you. It's just if you gotta have an extreme. You gotta have an extreme. If you
Because you'd rather physical hurt. I mean, not to have physical hurt. You'd rather like an emotional distress.
yeah, you need like something like psychological. You need
Yeah.
to fuck with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. All your information on your phone, boom, it's on the internet. Oh, it's easy to find. If you Google search like
It's so
Mike
good.
Anderson or Mike Stevenson or something, that's somebody we know. That's good that I picked two generic names of somebody that I know. Apologize. But
stop texting and
Steven.
driving.
Don't text and drive is my lesson of
Don't
the day.
stick and
I
die.
have a good law.
Uh-huh.
If you don't like pickles, you're gonna get a tickles. Boom.
And the
law
police
made.
will come to your house. They'll burst down the door. Even
They'll
if you're having
hold you
family,
down.
you are offered pickles on your sandwich, and you're like, I'm sorry, I don't think I.
I'm
I
just
don't like
picturing it at the
pickles.
McDonald's with big. Actually, I don't. Cushy.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's
What
like-
if they just were like, you don't like pickles. And then they just jumped up and they like started.
No, they have like 4 dudes,
started
like, and they all put your arms and legs down, like, no, don't do it, no, stop, I'll
Don't
eat
like
them.
that pickle, girl. You get a tickle.
Let's have a guess at what Bear Daff does for a living if his pet hate or pet peeve is penny paying.
Maybe
his pet peeve is a penny paying.
I would get a little annoyed if someone were to pay me. I used to work at the student
That's
store.
so many
in high
Abraham
school.
Lincolns.
It's a lot of Abraham Lincolns.
I dig it.
One time I ran to the movie theater. Abraham, he's a president.
He was.
I got that
Yeah.
down. He
No.
killed vampires in a movie that I watched once. Hollywood!
Oof, that's our impression on the world, huh? Abraham Lincoln fought vampires.
Yeah.
But no, one time I ran to the movie theater because my friends invited me to go see Hangover 2. I was really excited. Or the Hangover 1 is the first one. So, and I had to run a
was the good
mile.
one.
And I had some sweatpants that had zipper pockets. This is important because I only had spare change. It was all nickels, and I had to put them in my
Did they
pockets.
turn into dickles?
If you use a nickel, you're gonna get a pickle tickle.
On your dick.
On your dick.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna just launch that, I
There
think.
you go.
so.
Anyways, I had to run all the way to the movie theater and then pay for my $12 movie ticket with nickels.
Dick it.
They did not
It
like
just
it.
keeps going.
I don't see the problem
Oh.
in paying with pennies because they are still a form of
They
currency.
need a purpose.
But
Yeah.
no, they cost more to make than they are worth.
Why do we still have them?
We got
Oh,
rid of
where
them
they
like
go?
mid-90s, early 90s in Australia. There are no 1 or 2
Australia's got
cent coins.
everything.
I know I keep harping on about it, but everyone's like, oh, we get it, you're from Australia. It's like, yeah, that's where I spent 3/4 of my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's your home. It's like
Actually, more
That's
than
our
that.
homes.
I completely get it.
Would you mind grabbing a question?
Yeah.
And like,
I want this big
we're
old baby.
really good in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name 3 ways. Go.
We don't use checkbooks anymore. We don't have 1 and 2 cent coins anymore.
We don't think we have 2-cent coins. You guys had 2-cent coins?
We had 1 and 2, but then we
Oh.
got rid of all those. 5s
good.
is the smallest. And our notes are pretty. And that's just in the money category. Shall I move on to
You only had 3 money-based bonuses.
just
Also,
going
checks are
category-
fun. I put pandas on mine. Bree, what's that question?
I want to
you
read
got?
that question. This comes from Twitter @KellyEaton51. What is the stupidest thing you ever watch, be it movie, show, or anime?
Oh, which anime? Do you watch anime?
No.
But okay.
Stupidest one?
Oh, I got it.
You
Right in my
ever
back
watch?
pocket. I got it.
next to your
Easy.
nickel?
Yeah,
What?
right next to my nickel.
And your
It's a hit show from the WB, then CW.
What?
Starred one of the world's most famous superheroes in his early years.
Smallville. I know it.
Powered through all 10 seasons, if you didn't know.
Hold on, was it a show or?
The Stupidest.
Anything, a movie,
Movie, show, anime.
Oh, I thought we were just
Stupidest.
talking cartoons. That's why my.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah, Stupidest movie, TV show, or anime. This show, I love it, but for every wrong reason you can think of. This show is so poorly constructed. Makes 0 sense. What was one of the episodes? I believe they printed kryptonite onto money, and Clark picked it up and got sick.
That is so dangerous. Oh my god.
All comes back to money, though.
It does. That's the lesson of today's.
Money.
It's a
Table
mint
talk.
episode.
Greed, power, Tom Welling.
Tom Welling.
Is there?
Hey,
a-
he's not too
Tom
bad. Cheaper by the
Welling.
dozen, 1 and 2.
Oh my god, he was. He was
Yeah.
Piper Parabow's boo, right? Oh, wait, no, he was a brother.
There you go. There you go. There you
There's
go. You want to pick
unresolved-
that name out of
I'm
nowhere?
glad you know.
Yeah.
You got,
Okay.
got a fascination with Tom Welling, you reckon?
No, he's just a respectable Clark Kent. But what about you guys? What's the stupidest
The
thing?
hills. The
Oh.
hills, the hills, the hills.
Mm-hmm.
Not the hills have eyes. These hills, they had lips,
Handbags.
the lips that never shut the fuck up.
Was this the one where is that Lauren
Galleries.
Conrad?
Yeah.
Yes.
Lauren
Wow,
Conrad? Look at
Sam.
me. I believe Family Guy kind of summed it up pretty well. It's like it's about 5 minutes of actual footage, and the
Yeah.
rest are just shots
Sweeping
of like
shots of LA.
LA
Yeah.
and like street
With
signs.
Natasha Bedingfield songs at every
Oh.
corner. And then just like shitty iMovie music.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get the rights to real songs,
No,
basically.
save that money.
Oh my god, you guys, the hills.
I watched it.
I never watched it when it was on the air, but when it came onto Netflix or Hulu or whenever it was on,
Don't do that.
I was like, listen. I was homesick one day. I was like, I'm gonna see what this is about. Screw it. Watched it. I was hooked, baby. You don't understand. It's the funniest show you could ever watch in the entire world. It's
Spencer
dumb
and
as
Heidi.
hell.
They had no place there.
Spencer and Heidi
No good.
are
No.
the funniest characters of all of television history.
sad.
Wait, how many seasons does
Because
someone
they're
have to go
real
through?
people.
No.
These are real
No.
people.
No, I refuse to believe that
I
when I
mean,
watch the reality.
real. They are actual people,
These are real people.
but they're like, maybe you should say this now, and they're like, okay. And it's
These
like,
are real people that said those terrible things and did those terrible things.
How many seasons did you punish yourself?
5. All 5, baby.
Oh,
All
God.
5, baby. Kristen Cavallari, she swooped in. She took Lauren Conrad's place. Everybody knows you do not take Lauren Conrad's place. That show only went on 1 season with Kristen. It was done. It was.
man.
What about Whitney
done,
in the
girl.
City?
No, fuck that shit.
Yeah, all those.
Boring.
Do those
It was
people
no
have
hills.
careers?
I'm sorry.
Do they still do
Lauren
stuff?
Conrad, she's still a whatever
never
she does,
liked her.
blogger, whatever.
Could never connect with her.
Lauren
never liked her.
Conrad. I have no opinion on Lauren
Listen,
Conrad.
it's okay. Every single person on that show is the worst,
Right.
and that's why it's the best.
What about you?
Well,
Stupidest show you can think of. Movie.
a lot of the time when they try and make a fantasy movie, they don't really have a budget to make real magic or dragons.
Real
But Jeremy
magic is
Irons
tough.
was in Dungeons and Dragons the movie,
Mhm,
It's
we
hard-
don't
it's
talk
really
about
hard
that
to get
one.
those dragon actors on board.
and this is where I'm supposed to be like something prequels, and everyone's like, "Rah, split, divide, ha ha ha." So I'm just gonna do that just for the sake of the audience.
Oh, okay. There you go. Dungeons and Dragons. There you go.
Where do I aim this?
You aim it
baby
for
now?
your camera right there.
Here we go.
There was a lot of tension there. I was really rooting for you. I'm so sorry. If I actually just really quick, stupidest movie, Cube 2, Hypercube. It's a sequel to Cube, and the
What's Cube?
Oh, Cube.
Cube's legit.
Cube. Here, really quick. Here's the pitch. Imagine there's a bunch of people that wake up in a cube with doors on every side, even the roof and ceiling,
Why?
and they don't have any memories. What's happening? If they open a door on each of the walls, it leads to another
trap.
cube. And
Another
somewhere
another
traps,
cube
yeah.
with a trap inside of it.
Now, and then they eventually, at the end, somebody might get out or somebody might not get out. But in Cube 2 Hypercube, we're going 4th dimensional, all right? This is a
Stop
Tesseract.
it.
They open a door, they could go back in time. And they could see their past selves in there. Or they can go into another room and time moves faster.
Who's in it?
Nobody.
When I'm
nobody
doing- when I'm
nobody
doing
we
this-
know. Uh-huh.
I'm starting to think of the dumbest movie I've ever seen, which is Lady in the Water. Like the whole time I was just like,
Hey,
this bitch
No
ain't a
good?
mermaid.
I like that movie. She's like a water nymph.
Why am I watching if she ain't a mermaid?
Oh, water nymph.
Anyways, underscore 65 writes on Reddit, if you could Groundhog Day any day you've already lived, which one would you choose and why?
The best day I ever had.
Groundhog Day it. It
Or
could
the
either be
worst
the
day you've
worst
ever had,
and
so you can
improve
fix
it.
it.
There you go,
No, but
over
you're
and over.
constantly in the same worst day.
And don't think of it as a hellish nightmare of having to live the same day over and over and over and over and over again. But I love that movie. But okay, pick a day. Pick a day that you can remember. I
I
think.
can't remember an actual day. I remember events, and I remember like you have a chunk of time, and you're like, that chunk of time was cool. That chunk of time, but an actual day. I'm 30. I don't remember that shit.
There you go. That's her takeaway.
There was a day in high school in 10th grade when my film teacher, Mr. Robertson, who was the nicest man ever, he gave a lecture to everybody.
Doesn't count for
That was a
garbage
side
because
leg
it bounced off 2 lenses. Sorry.
He
Continue.
had just given a lecture to everybody because people were leaving campus during his class when they were supposed to go film stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "Hey guys, like I just would really appreciate if you wouldn't leave campus because I could get in trouble, basically." And this girl who was a senior and I, that day, we left campus to go get ice cream. And we came
one
back,
day.
and we were actually filming. Like, we went real quick, we came back, and we were using it for our video.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a prop for the video, but still we left campus. And he came out to check on us, and he saw it in our hands, and the look on his face was just like, he was just like, "Oh, you guys are filming. Where'd you get that ice cream?" And it hurt me as a human, and I was like, "Mr. Robertson, so sorry."
So you go back in time
Yeah.
and
you
you don't
wouldn't leave
get that
ice
I
ice
will
cream.
never get that fucking ice. I'll leave your ice cream again.
Or you go and get some for him. And you say, don't worry, I already made the movie this morning. It's already done. Don't worry.
Because I lived this day.
This is the 1000th time through this day.
Yeah. Or I just wouldn't get caught.
Well, that's better.
I'd use the
Make it
day.
quicker.
You know how like there's a question where it's like, what is something that you've loved so much that you could play it or watch it or read it for the first time? I think that's how I would use it. Like reading an amazing book or watching a show, like maybe The Princess Bride. I would love to see. I know you don't like the movie.
I'm not judging.
But I would love to, because I was 7 when I saw it. I'd love to be able to see that for the first time again because I've seen it so much. So that's probably how I would use it.
I think I would do.
Princess Bride.
It
Little
was-
Princess.
Which one's that one?
That's the one where she is sent off to like that all-girls school. The little girl, it was like a Shirley Temple one, and then they did like the remake, and it was like she goes and then her dad dies, and then she's poor all of a sudden, so she just like scrub floors with that other girl.
You know so many obscure
Tears.
movies that I remember watching or seeing ads for as a child, and it's like really weird because like it's cool because I have like these weird flashbacks. I'm like, yeah, like they sometimes name Disney movies. I was like Disney Channel movies, and I'm like, yeah, those. I was like, those are cool. You always have those in the back of your mind.
That movie makes me cry because she finds out her dad isn't dead and he's been living next door the whole time. And she like goes and he like lost his memory, and she goes and she's like, Daddy, it's me, and I'm just like,
He doesn't recognize
Wait,
you.
what kind of writing is that? Why did
God,
he
it's
die
so-
and
so
not
good.
die? And then he wasn't
he got
dead.
into like an accident, but
and he
really.
moved next door.
Yeah.
Of course. I would say
That'd be
for
so
me,
sad.
I like your idea.
I've just applied it to my life, and it's just hitting me really hard.
Yeah.
now.
If
It's
you
like,
found your dad next door and you had to go tell him.
if my dad
There's-
didn't recognize me.
Oh, then that's the sad way of thinking. about
Right?
That.
That
That's no
movie?
fun. I'm guessing at the end he got it back.
Ooh,
He
it
goes-
stands for Papa Bear.
Sarah? Sarah? My Sarah!
Are they running it in front of a train station? That sounds like it
No,
would
but she
be.
like has just crossed over because this fucking evil witch next door, this bitch, she's a bitch, she's not
Bitch
a witch.
witch?
Uh-huh.
She like puts this board across the two towers. It's like pouring down rain. She's like walking all this
the
board
world is
across
this
over to the other
movie?
side, and this woman's chasing after her. She's like, I'm gonna get you, Sarah!
What did Sarah do?
What is this witch doing with the children? I'm gonna say, for me, the thing, I like your idea of reliving the first of something. If I could do that, I would probably relive the. Okay, don't everybody. You're gonna take the judgment dial. We're gonna turn it to 0 for a second. The premiere of the Avengers, because that was the first time I ever went to a movie where the audience was actually actively participating with the movie, and it was one of the most fun experiences I've ever had.
first
Because
Avengers?
first Avengers, because that also day we went. It was the first time I went on a hike to the Hollywood sign with my friend, and we had this really cool heart-to-heart. And then after that, we went to Santa Monica and went to the beach and hung out. And then that night, we got lunch and we were hanging out. And then we went and waited in line because you could still wait in line for movies. You don't have like
Yeah,
assigned
I
seating,
remember that.
and that's so much fun because you're hanging out with everybody. I'm like, oh, people dress up for these things. Like I
Was that
knew.
fun?
For me, it was so much fun. And then we went to the movie, and people were like, when Captain America like holds his shield up and Iron Man like shoots his like laser on it, bounces off. Really nerdy shit, but everyone is cheering in the movie
Aw,
theater,
so
and it's just like, and also like, cause I was younger, I was like, this is fucking dope.
fun.
It's one of all my like really favorite characters from when I was a kid, and they're all working together, and it's really fun.
That's
Anyways,
awesome.
with that dumb,
Aw.
sappy childhood memory lane
Yeah,
no,
joy is
nonsense.
emanating
Yeah.
onto
I
us.
just realized that mine would definitely be the time when I had an 11 out of 10 in the bedroom. I was
Bam!
Heyo,
Woo!
heyo.
Actually, I think I may have been a 12.
Woo!
Mama.
And with that, guys, I'd like to do our little takeaway
sweating.
section. Where we talk about what we're taking away from this episode of Table Talk. We learned a lot
Yeah.
about witches and amnesia.
Bitches.
And bitches and amnesia. But if
And
you
Papa,
wouldn't
can you
mind,
hear me?
we have
Oh
a little
my
surprise.
God.
Oh, thank you so much, Sophia. I believe that's
Ooh, we're
a
on.
nice
there you
little
go.
shot.
It's whiskey.
whiskey?
It's a shot of whiskey. Oh boy, that
I
is
have thrown this
potent.
up so many
If
times.
you don't,
Good
if you
Lord bless.
if you want to just sip it, I think I might sip it because
sorry.
Oh, sorry. There's an Australian at the
sorry.
table. And
You're
3, 2.
sip that shit.
3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh man, that was good. Maude, if you
Tastes like
wouldn't
every
mind,
bit of regret that I've ever had.
what's the takeaway from this episode of Table Talk? What'd you learn?
The fact that Sam Bashor said that he would sip a shot has completely changed my perception of him as a person.
Whiskey's for sipping. Whiskey's for sipping, girl.
That's her
I'm
takeaway.
gonna go back to my.
Bree, what'd you learn?
I learned today. Yeah, I learned that Maude has terrible circulation.
Yeah.
You should really go see a doctor
Oh,
Well,
about that. Sam has
mean-
nice warm hands.
thank you.
they're not so purple today.
No, they're not. They're really not.
They're definitely a
Good
different
on
color
you.
to the rest of my body.
Oh,
Like
that's a cute ring. That little
considerably
boy.
different.
Maude's got a cute ring.
I also
Guys,
learned that, Sam, you find joy in being around people.
In
Where,
being
when a lot of people don't find joy in that.
a lot of
like
people would be
myself.
annoyed.
A lot of people would be like, oh, get me out of here. I'm Bree Essrig. I don't want to be here. But I learned a lot about you today.
Thank you. And I think my takeaway is Australian has got the money thing nailed down pat.
They really do.
That is takeaway. If that you were to quote this episode, gift this part right here. What I'm saying. Ready? Australia's got the money thing down real good.
Were we supposed to repeat after you?
No, that's not, but we can do it one more time. Ready? And repeat
Yeah.
after me. Australia's got the money thing down real good. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Table Talk. Bless you. If you want to send us questions that we can answer on the show, make sure you tweet it at us using the hashtag Table Talk or on reddit.com/r/SourceFed. But really, the place you want to post them, really, the fun, cool place where everybody else is doing it, is in the comment section of this video. All right? It's the best place.
It tastes like a high school party in my mouth.
It's so whiskey-esque, if I were to describe that.
This tastes like my dad's best friends.
There you go. Oh! Bree Essrig, Maude Garrett, Sam Bashor. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
This house is really stretched out. What's going on there?
Total fat, 0 grams.
I'm Mr. Philip DeFranco, and he deserves an applause, damn it.